Charlotte, North Carolina, the picture of a prosperous city, a city compelled to build and grow, a city of banking and business, continually erecting structures to house its economic expansion. This is our city. But among the towers that stand, signifying our strength and wealth, a different picture can be taken. In the shadows of these buildings live the broken souls of those who have lost their way. They have lost their strength and they've lost their hope. Their lives are dark in many ways. This too is our city. Most of us overlook those who live in the shadows, unsure of how to shed light or share hope with those who need it most. But one of us rose up and found a way. From a nearby neighborhood once plagued itself by the darkness of crime and sin, the light of Jesus is bursting forth and drawing people into a place where all their needs can be met. This place of encouragement, nourishment, and hope is Harvest Center.
I thank God that Pastor Barbara Camden got a roof over my head and get my life turned around for me. Because now I realize what I was doing, I wasn't there because it was just the disease that I was going through and the alcohol stuff that I was on. I didn't, but now I realize it's people here at this church that it means the world to me. They care about this old man. And I care about this church and the people that comes here to this church. But I thank God that He given me a second chance, to turn my life around for the better.
They really provided most of the things, everything that I needed in order to get on my feet, like clothing, food, and shelter. And, just continually caring and showing me the love that I had thought that I had lost, and there wasn't any. But through my pastor and Sister Rose and Pastor Barry, it was there.
These faces and life stories represent thousands of others whose lives have been touched or changed forever by the goodness of God, shared at Harvest Center. The volunteers and supporters of Harvest Center minister to every kind of needs of the body, soul, and spirit. Volunteers serve over 200 hot meals, 3 days a week to the hungry of our city. That's over 2,500 meals per month. For those beyond walking range, van transportation is sent to bring them in. In addition to hot meals, Harvest Center provides approximately 300 families a month with 40 to 50 pounds of bagged groceries. For those in need of clothing, Harvest Center supplies this as well. About 700 individuals every month are given clean, donated clothes. Harvest Center works with many other like-minded community organizations and is involved in distributing over 1,500 pounds of food per month to nursing homes, senior care centers, and other church distribution points. Harvest Center provides haircuts, tutoring, computer classes, and other educational services to children and adults. With every meal, the good news of Jesus is shared by a local minister, and many are saved as a result of experiencing the kindness of God demonstrated here. This saving power of God is changing lives forever. Hope has not always burned so bright. 20 years ago, this neighborhood was a dark, violent, drug-infested place where children were afraid to play outdoors, and fear gripped the hearts of the poor who lived there. But one woman had a vision. After her own husband had been gunned down and killed in the streets of this neighborhood, she moved away with her 3 small children, vowing never to come back. After getting saved herself, she began to pray that God would raise someone up to minister to the desperate needs of those who lived in her old neighborhood and make a change. God answered her prayers by sending her. The change began as she shared Jesus with neighborhood children and fed the hungry and homeless out of her own small rented house. Others joined her cause and ignited a revolution that has resulted 20 years later into the hope-filled neighborhood, Genesis Park.
Harvest Kitchen has been a milestone for greatness in the body of Christ. I did not know that God would take a seed and produce it to such, to me it's going to be a ministry that will reach not only the children, that is reaching their fathers and their mothers. I was pregnant with a vision, and God helped birth that vision through men and women of all color and race to help the children, to help their parents, to help the fathers, to help those that could not help themselves.
Hundreds of volunteers have come along with Pastor Cameron to make this vision a reality and share the joy of spreading faith, hope, and love to those who need it most.
Sister Rose and I ran up on an experience, and the lady was so cold. Sometimes you sit back just to see what other people are going to do. Sister Rose took her shoes off, her socks off, and put them on her feet. But once you come to community outreach to volunteer, it will change your whole life of thinking, speaking, and acting. I learned when people give me something, just say thank you. You know, I appreciate it. It's been a pleasant experience.
So much light has been shed by the work of Harvest Center, and still there's more to do. With the great momentum of a growing ministry comes great need. We need all of our brothers and sisters in the body of Christ to help. You can share in our common mission to go into all the world by helping Harvest Center as an individual or a church body. We need donations and in-kind gifts of food and clothing, financial support to aid our growth and need for more facilities, volunteer help, either in groups or individuals who would like to serve in any way, and above all, your prayers, which make all things possible. One woman changed the picture of the world she lived in. Her vision allowed her to see the world she wanted to live in, and the Lord used her to make it happen. You now have the chance to share in this vision and see more people come out of the shadows of our city and into the light. Each hour you volunteer, each dollar you give, will spread the light of Jesus that overcomes the power of darkness. You have light to shine and love to give. Partner with the Harvest Center and let it shine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Remember the words Jesus said to Peter and to you. Do you love me? Feed my lambs. Do you love me? Take care of my sheep. Do you love me? Feed my sheep. A place you can demonstrate your love for Christ. Harvest Center.